Hello everyone, I'm here with the most muscly and biggest guy in Magic, Christoffer Larsen. People from like states and stuff might not know you, but anyone who like goes to European GPs probably know who you are. You were like very successful there. I think you even won one with Michael Bonde and Thomas and Watson. You have I think 10 top 8s total.
Sounds about right.
Well, the wiki says it, but it's like sometimes outdated, so like I'm not sure. But regardless, you have a lot of top 8s, and like you didn't have any Pro Tour top 8s, but like you top 8'd like the regional Pro Tour and like the Pro Tour finals, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm like not sure if that like counts or whatever.
It counts on the wiki, I believe, as well. But
yeah, it does, but
any of the real life Pro Tours.
I'm not like really sure. Like maybe the finals was like harder than a regular Pro Tour, but the regional one was like easier. It's just like hard to know.
I don't know either, man.
And I'm not sure if you're like there still, but you're like we're working for the army of Denmark, right?
I'm still in the Navy.
Okay. Let's talk about that first before we get to Magic. I think you also like started studying recently, so if you can just like maybe tell us about what you're like doing outside of Magic. I know that you were like going on this boat, and it was like sometimes hard to go to tournaments because like you have to go there for a couple months or whatever. Are you still going to the boat?
Well, I've been at the boat over Christmas, and now I started nurse studies actually.
What studies?
To become a nurse. Nursing.
Oh, is that like connected to army as well? Like you want to be a nurse there, or just in general?
That is unclear yet. I'm still hired by the Navy, and they're still paying for my education at the moment. But I did basic studies last 2 years doing injuries, where the Navy paid, and then I went back to the Navy for half a year, and went on the boat in the whole Corona situation, which was great because we had our own rules.
There are not that many people I know who like go to boat for a bunch of months. If you can like talk about like what is it like to be there? Like what are you doing there?
Well, I'm a chef in the Navy, that's right. But imagine like a little society where we have our own rules and all thing applies. It's basically like living in a small town for a small period of time, and then you go back to the hometown afterwards.
How many people are on the boat?
We were like 76.
Oh, that's quite a lot. Is it all men or there are women as well?
There was a lot of women this time.
Oh, nice.
The kitchen staff was consisting of one guy and 8 females.
Well, the one guy. Oh, okay. Well, that must have been nice.
It was fun.
But maybe that changed. But when I talked to you about it last time, you said that there was like no Wi-Fi available over there, or maybe it was like super expensive or something. Is that the case?
No, it's still like the Wi-Fi is bad. You can't play Magic Online on it and stuff like that because the portals are closed, so people can't play MOBA games for stuff. Like the Navy just closed down all the something ports. But it's Facebook friendly. Is what I will consist again. Okay,
so like a couple of years back you decided to go like back to studies. Were you like maybe not satisfied with just like being in Navy, or like you just wanted to learn something new? Like why did you go there?
I got my second knee injury.
Oh, and what does that mean?
It means I was out for like half a year, where I just decided that with all those injuries I got, I would probably take a break. So I had my second surgery.
Weren't sure what to do, and you just like went to study something because you couldn't go to the boat.
Were you at the team GP Barcelona?
Well, I was at most of the European GPs, so like I would assume so, but maybe I was in Japan. Like I'm not sure.
Maybe. Do you remember the one where for day 2 I was wearing crutches?
I don't remember necessarily, but maybe I do.
I yelled at Müller, stood up from my chair, and then I twisted my knee.
Oh shit.
For yelling at Müller while playing with Blåhorn and Müller.
Yeah, Blåhorn can be a tough opponent for sure.
So. No, I was playing. Blåhorn was on my team.
Oh, okay.
My team was Müller and Blåhorn, and Müller did something that annoyed me, so I got mad and stood up quickly, and then I twisted my knee.
Oh my god. I thought it happened like on the boat or like, you know, when you were training or something, but it just happened at a Magic tournament. That's kind of crazy.
No, it also happened at a Magic tournament. Then it got worse from there.
Oh, I'm sad to
Rough
hear
game.
that. I'm sad to hear that.
No, fine.
Let's talk about Magic a little bit. Even the MTG wiki says that like Denmark has had like this upswing from like 2010 or whatever, that like a lot of Danish players like started winning. I think you had like even 6 pros, which meant that like when there was like a team series, you could have had like a team solely of like people from Denmark. Did like something happen in the community, or was it just an accident, or like what happened there?
Well, we think we just started playing more. Like back in the days, we played at the local shop, and it was more fun. And then the European start going to GPs and grinding. Like people just starting at some point taking care of each other, where the then Scandinavians start helping, Swedish and Danish, not so much the Norwegian because not many of those, but we're like gathering up. We teamed together for once, where we had Joel Larsen, Martin Dang on our team.
Mm-hmm.
So we went international. The Danes connected with the with the US people at this point, danning Eureka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, we were on the team. We were the sidekick team, at least. We were planning. And then from that one, after that saluted, we made a Danish team. And we came in the top... I can't remember, we were top 8 or top 4 at the team tournament.
I don't... Like, do you mean like...
I think we could have been top 4 if Müller won his quarters at PT Barcelona.
You're talking about a team series, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we played the Team Snapcast, a Danish, completely Danes, a team of Danes.
You mentioned Team Eureka. Maybe like people who follow Magic now don't really know what it was. I'm not like sure myself, because it was like a huge team consisted of like really good players, and then like kind of disappeared, or maybe like name changed. Like what happened? What happened to it?
I think it changed to Genesis.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we made Genesis and Revelation afterwards. Team Eureka was a team of a lot of the Scandinavian, some Eastern Europeans, and the Americans. And then after, we had to select into 6-person teams. Mm-hmm. Genesis was formed, and where we were 8 people playing with them, and 6 people were on the team. And then when the next season came, we created Genesis and Revelation, where you came along as well.
Yeah, that was very good times. Good times. But like we're basically talking about a time where you were already qualified for the Pro Tour. But I just want to ask about like even before that. I actually remember that when I was like 21 and I like started. I was going to GPs even before that, but at like 21 I just like went to like all of them, and then there was like this huge guy that was you that was like at every GP. And eventually you just like started nodding head like towards me, and I was like, hey, and then eventually we started talking. I don't know if you remember that, but I do. Did you have like any pro level back then as well, or like how did you actually go to like, you know, all these PTs?
I think I qualified for a bunch of PTs being non-pro. I was silver for a while, and then I made gold. The year before we formed Revelation, I think. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the PT in Japan?
The Kyoto one that Paulo won with Monoran?
Yeah, exactly. I was silver there, and then I whiffed on becoming gold by losing the last 2 rounds. Mm-hmm. And then I sub-8'd a bunch of GPs afterwards and made it all the way to be gold afterwards. So just being kind of lucky.
It just went from there. It's kind of interesting to me that you're like, maybe I'm wrong about this, but like my perception of you is that you're like always kind of scrubbed out at the PTs, but you were like crushing all these GPs. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I always say that I always went for the limited portion, and I have a 1-2 day 1 per Pro Tour drafts more than the most, I believe.
Oh, that's actually interesting. Like I was going to follow on that with that. I thought that it was maybe because you play limited all the time, but you just said that you like 1-2 all the limited, like all the drafts. So
I think my constructed score is a lot better at Pro Tours than my limited score.
Wow, that's crazy. I had no idea. But like you would consider yourself better a limited player than a constructed player, right?
Especially, yeah. So that's all I did back then.
Yeah, like you know, when I started testing with you guys, you were just like drafting all the time, all the time. I don't think I ever seen you like play a constructed game. And when I like asked you about it, you said, well, I think constructed is kind of easy, but in limited it's just like super hard. I don't necessarily agree with that, but do you think that even until to this day?
I think my position on that was I don't really want to play constructed, but I really want to draft. And in the end, we had some really good deck builders, always making good decks and giving us a good plan for it. I think testing more constructed would have benefited my results a lot. But then again, it's a hobby for me, playing Magic. It comes out being a job most of the time, but in the end, it's for fun.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously understand that, but you can always do that when you're home. But then, like during the 1 week before like the big event, maybe you should take it more seriously. But that's just my opinion.
I agree. We could also have been a lot more sober playing those games.
That's a very good point. But like maybe you don't remember that, but you like said that there is like less skill to be gained by like testing constructed, but you felt like in limited there is like this huge gap that you can like, you know, gain. Do you still think that?
Nah, I don't even think I believed the words I said back then.
Well, it wasn't necessarily exactly this. I don't remember like word by word.
I know what you're saying, but for multiple times Brad kept saying I should play constructed, and then I just said a lot of stuff that made me go draft more.
Why do you? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, in the end, I would rather not sit and grind 20 games. I would rather just play 4 drafts.
Why do you like draft so much? Is it like when you think about Magic, are you just like thinking about limited, but you like have to play constructed if you want to play the big events, or why is that?
I actually don't mind playing constructed at the big events. I just don't want to grind 17,000 games for fun. And every time every limited game is like more competitive minded than if you just sit and play Scapeship versus Titan 100 games for modern testing. So I don't know. I just find limited more compelling.
I see. Is that the case for sealed as well, or is it just like specifically draft?
It's specifically draft, especially team draft. To be completely honest.
Oh, why don't you like sealed? That's kind of weird, actually.
I like sealed, but I like drafting more.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
like if you say draft, sealed, constructed, something like that.
Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. If you're playing like so many drafts, maybe you have like something to give advice to people who are like maybe focus on constructed more, but they don't draft as much. Like there are like a lot of things that, you know, are like obvious to you already. For example, take 2 drops super high or like something like that. If you can like share your knowledge, that would be great.
Well, depending on what drafts that you're drafting, like always just say crack a good mythic and you're good to go.
I guess that's a good point, but
also I really like cracking packs, Petr. I love cracking packs.
What do you like about it so much?
It's just the feeling of a new pack, and you get that sweet cracking voice.
Do you like to smell it afterwards as well?
Nah, I just like the sound.
You just like the sound? Oh.
The sound of a cracking pack is the best sound.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that we can't play with the real cards right now. Do you mind? Because I know that even back in the day, like when there were actual tournaments, you were just like playing a lot of online. So maybe that's not that big of a case for deal for you. But I just wanted to ask about it.
No, I like playing real life more than I like playing online. And we play a little bit here in Copenhagen, but not much.
Oh, you just like gather with friends and draft or something?
Yeah, we've done a couple of times, but not many.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Twice in the last 2 months.
I'm jealous. I don't think I've touched, like I played a real card in like half a year. It kind of sucks.
Mostly we've just been playing Cube.
Oh, you are playing a lot of Cube?
Yeah, we're playing some Cube at least.
Oh, you mean like real life? You aren't talking about online right now, right?
No, we're talking real life.
What kind of a cube is that? Because there are like
I think it's called Judge Tower, where people are from. But we just play where you have a lot of random cards, and you draw a hand, and you can put them the backside down as any kind of land.
Oh wait, it's not like I thought you were talking about like a regular cube draft. It's something
No.
different. I don't think I know it. If you can like explain further.
You just have a big stack of cards, random cards, mostly like rares and mythics and stuff like that. And then you just draw a hand of 7.
Okay.
And then every card can be turned upside down, and it can make any kind of mana.
Oh.
And then you just play.
How did the game usually play out?
Either one guy is really aggressive, or you play a control game. It also depends. Like some of the cards are really good, and some of the cards are super medium.
I see. It's just like you never get like mana screwed or mana flooded, right? So like I assume that like I don't know. It's hard for me to like imagine how the game would play out. So for example, if you
Downflames are really good.
what is really good?
Karoo Lanes,
Karoo Lanes? Oh, because it basically just draws a card, right?
more or less, yeah.
What? Oh, you can actually. Oh, you can choose like it's basically like a tutor that also puts a land into play.
Exactly. Like if you draw a Karoo Land, you can look at your lands, you can find the land you want, and you can turn it back up.
Oh, that's actually crazy good.
It's just the best kind of casual Magic. It's like Commander-ish.
Do you like the regular cube as well?
I do.
Like I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's still, but I think there is like one on Magic Online right now, right?
There is.
Are you playing in that?
I am.
I told you to like stop answering with one word, but you I think you're doing it on purpose to like.
No. Like you asked me whether or not.
Yeah, it's true. I thought that you would like maybe go a little bit further about that, but I guess I will have to ask about it. Otherwise you won't answer.
We just draft like if you put. We're just drafting the Vintage Cube online. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I never really played that much of it. I played a bunch of the Legacy one, but I assume the Vintage one is like a lot different, right?
It's just with power. I actually like the Legacy Cube more because I think power is a little bit obscure.
Well, there was like I don't know if you saw it, but there was like this guy on Twitter who had like this insane win percentage on like the MTG Online Cube, and he took a Blade Spicer over channel. And like people were just like going crazy about that, and he like said that everyone is just like going for these like crazy combo decks or whatever, and he just like drafts aggro and he just like beats everyone all the time.
Yeah, I would take channel.
Okay, so you don't like I thought it's wrong.
I draft aggro if I get like the aggro cards. If I get channel, I draft channel.
Yeah.
Channel is like I think channel is my top 4 cards in the cube.
Yeah, but it kind of forces you to go into a green. Is that not a big deal?
Not necessarily. Have you ever played with channel and Emrakul?
Well, when it happens, it feels pretty good. Not gonna.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying I would not take the channel, but I just thought it was interesting because like if it was just like some random dude, I would be like, yeah, whatever.
It was the showcase, right? It's the showcase this weekend, right?
Yeah. There was like this guy who had like insane stats in Cube, so like everyone was obviously watching him, and he did that. So I thought that maybe you can elaborate on that, but I think we all agree that
I think it's completely madness, but mostly because I think channel is like one of the best card in the cube. But I guess he has a strategy and he went for it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I would just want to be the guy sitting next to him and getting the channel.
How much Magic are you playing like recently?
Well, we're playing a lot still.
What does a lot mean? Because for example, for something like I don't know, Michael Bonde, a lot means like infinite. Then if like Paulo says that he plays a lot, it probably means that he played like 6 hours a week. Wow, what does it mean for you?
I play a little bit every day mostly, but because we're trapped at home, we can't go outside as much. So.
Oh, is it?
Actually, I mostly sit on Discord and play with some of the other guys and just have fun.
Yeah, maybe I should do more of that. That actually sounds fun. How bad is it in Denmark, by the way? You mentioned that you can go outside.
Well, I can. I just also like enjoying being inside.
Oh, because for example in Czech, like I don't know if you like watch the news or whatever, but I think we're like first or second in Europe. We're under like a complete lockdown for like multiple months, and like everything's closed.
Yeah, it's not that bad in Denmark. In Denmark, it's actually I can go outside and go for a walk and everything. The gyms are closed. That's like stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe
like
that's similar.
All indoor activities have not been opened up yet.
Oh, I see.
But everything is great still. But I just like being indoor playing Magic.
Yeah, so like basically nothing changed for you, right?
Not much.
All right. I think I asked everything I wanted to ask. Thanks for your time today. It was fun.
That's always a great feel talking to you.
If you guys like the video, please click on the like and subscribe button. Don't forget that, and bye bye.